Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Tesla report for Friday, October 27th, 2023. But before I walk you through the charts, as usual, just want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already, subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel, share the content if you would with friends and colleagues, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos just like this one. Daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, that is the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 ETFs. Weekly analysis in the S&P 500 Index, the NASDAQ 100 Index, the Long Bond ETF, the TLT, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube. That is 8 a month that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor. We're always looking for at least 20% moves on those stock picks, and you can check out all of this for no cost for 5 days. We offer a 5-day free trial up front with a wickedstocks.com subscription. So sign up for wickedstocks.com, check it all out. If you don't like what you see within 5 days, you can cancel your subscription at no cost to you whatsoever. On with the charts. Actually, I want to just mention that on Thursday, we did put out a 10-minute stock pick video on Alphabet, the old Google. And so there's a lot going on there right now that you might want to see. And so take advantage of that 5-day free trial that we offer. You'll be able to see that stock pick for no obligation, no cost to you whatsoever. On with the charts. Take a look at this weekly chart. We did, was it last week? Early last week, early last week, we closed below that 248.78 channel bottom. In fact, on the daily chart, you can see this is a Tuesday settlement, as I recall, and then a Wednesday Tesla earnings report, a gap lower, and that set off the sell signal that became pretty much official below the 251.74 formation. Anticipating, I'll go back to this weekly chart, the 186.97 descending channel bottom as our overall objective. I was saying 3 to 5 weeks at the time following a settlement below 248.78, and we're probably 2/3 of the way there now, 1 full week plus a few days into it. So we could, by the end of next week, actually, or over the next 3 to 5 days, test the 186.97 formation if we close today below 200.55. Now, I know you see 200.75 here, and that is a respectable rising 2/3 speed line, but we also have a 50% downside retracement level from the January low against the July high. And so, it should not be ignored, and it is so darn close to the rising 2/3 speed line on the weekly chart that we're combining them, able to contain selling still through next week. Now, we have tested this area, at least what I'm going to call an essential test, on the daily chart, which is a little higher. We came very close to testing it Monday of this week. And so here we are. We got a nice bounce, and we're right back at it again. And so it's 203.25. I just have it as a minor point. I would really just sort of, because of the bearish nature still below 251.74, and that my ultimate objective is this 188.09 channel bottom, 186.97 on the weekly chart, that I don't want to encourage longer-term buying at the 200.55 to 275 region. And in fact, the daily version, I'm just calling it a minor point. And so, yes, I'll go back to the weekly chart, 200.55 to 200.75, able to contain weekly selling pressure. So, yes, possibly through next week. I scratched my head over this for a moment today before coming into the video, whether to reduce this to like a 1-star level, able to contain session weakness only, because we are expecting its ultimate violation. That may happen today. So if we close today below 200.55, no good reason to be long this market over the weekend. I don't think there's a good reason to be long it anyway, but if you're kind of a 3 to 5 day swing trader, 2 to 3 week swing trader, perhaps. I'll go back to this chart here. You can anticipate a return to 221.89 over the next few days, and possibly by the end of next week, this 230.89 descending 1/3 speed line, which has been bumped up to a 3-star resistance area. So yes, I don't mean to dissuade you from bottom picking the 200.55, to 200.75 area. on the weekly chart. I think you can, and I do think following a test of that, we could see this 230.89 descending 1/3 speed line within a week or two of doing so. That is certainly possible, but just know that following the significant sell signal over a week ago below 251.74, I am anticipating the 188.09 channel bottom. The question is when. That is impossible to really answer. It is a 3 to 5 week objective, but we may see that over the next several days. If we close today on the weekly chart, not 203.25, the weekly chart version, once again, 200.55 to 200.75. So yes, bottom pick the 255 to 275 area. And then let's go back to the kind of the near term or the short term, working our way up today, 216.52. I'm quite sure that that is the high settlement price so far following last week's low. It can contain intraday strength. I mean, after all, Thursday's high was 214.80. I don't see that as a significant level. 216.52 able to contain intraday strength. And if we push through 216.52, 221.89 is likely today. This can contain daily buying pressures. And we can fall off again from here. We almost tested it Tuesday of this week, and we've been falling away ever since. It can contain session strength, and once tested, once again, we can fall all the way back to this 200.55 to 200.75 region within a matter of 3 to 5 days. If we were to close today above 221.89, I think that's a long shot, but certainly possible. Then on Monday, we test 230.89. This descending 1/3 speed line, able to contain buying through next week. And from here, we can fall off again. So that is kind of the 1 to 2 week swing trade. It is selling 230.89 if given the opportunity, in anticipation of the market then falling back into the 200.75, 200.55 region, this blue line, within a week or two of doing so. But overall, still heavy. I don't know how many times I want to say that. I probably repeat myself too much. But overall, still anticipating 186.97 as a 3 to 5 week objective. And if we close today below 200.55, we should, over the next few days, test this 186.97 channel bottom, which combined with the daily chart at 188.09 may well absorb selling through the rest of the year. And from here, we can rotate back into the 250s again within a month or two of testing 188.09 down to 186.97. Let me continue with the upside, and this is more kind of a broad brush stroke. What if? Not going to happen today, but I will mention that 1 to 2 week swing traders, even 3 to 5 week swing traders, we could rally off of this 203.25, once again 200.75 on the weekly chart support, up to 230.89 by the end of next week, where we could top out into later November and fall off again into the mid 180s and dropping a 186.97 on the weekly chart within several weeks of testing 230.89. But it would be a settlement above 230.89 that would tell me you should not be short over the following week or two, as we're then likely to push into this low 250s. 251.74 is on the weekly chart 248.78. And below which, this low 200 area, our first target, which we've tested this week and probably will again today, and our ultimate 3 to 5 week objective, 186.97. Which, is it in reach today? If we had a volatile day on Friday like we had, Wednesday or Thursday of last week, it is possible, but not likely. And so I just think that if we close today below 200.55, which is the 50% downside retracement level once again, that I can show here, then this 186.97 channel bottom is likely by the end of next week or sooner. And if you're short, for a number of reasons, you could be short below 248.78. Maybe earlier in the week you got short in the low 220s. Whatever the case might be, whether you're short over the 3 to 5 day or 3 to 5 week time horizon, as we approach this 188.09 level down to on the weekly chart. Once again, it is 186.97. If we approach this area Profits should be taken, and I would, consider strongly long entry, buying Tesla at 186.97 through the rest of the year, and from here we can rally into the low 250s. I think I've said all there is to say for today, so I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com. Check out that Alphabet stock pick we put out on Thursday earlier in the week as well. NetEase. I don't know if you know that or not, but that's another stock pick you can see. You have a great weekend. We'll talk to you Sunday afternoon for Monday's Tesla.